Hello Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. This is your reading for the next 7 days. I'm going to be starting with Aries. It's a general reading. Take what resonates. You might find that this is somebody you're just aware of, someone you're no longer connecting with, or it may indeed be you. So we've got the Vulture Spirit in reverse and the Freedom Horse, if you like, in reverse here. This is somebody who's incredibly stuck. It's also somebody who has done something in the past and they want to run away from it. It may even be some sort of crime here, because I'm seeing the imprisonment card come up, or it's something that somebody is embarrassed about, yeah, regretful. It can also be grief and anger that's coming through here, but this is somebody who's really stuck, is dealing with a lot of challenges, frustrated, fenced in, not able to move. That's who it is, and it is a wealthy man. It's not the main male, so he's usually someone who's a wee bit younger. He's usually pretty well to do. Can be like a stockbroker or a bank manager, someone who's involved in finances. He's got apocalypsis in reverse now. I say he, but this can mean, this is like removing the veil of deception here. So this can mean a big revelation. And it can be that, you know, what comes out here, there's a lot of grief and despair having knowledge of this. It did come out in reverse, and I feel that this is just depicting that this is someone who's very fatalistic, who's completely hopeless in their situation. This can speak of big lies, you know, like global lies, environmental lies, something like that. But there is something in the past here that someone wishes never happened, trying to draw a veil over it here with apocalypsis, isn't able to do that, and is ultimately stuck either, you know, physically or mentally with something that's gone on in the past. So the wealthy man here, as I say, it is usually someone who is that wee bit younger, but he's usually pretty well to do. He's a Don Juan and he's a bully. So this is someone who may really have like pushed their romantic agenda, so to speak. It's incredibly difficult to see this combination with the coffin next to it in a positive light. The coffin speaks of endings, depression, grief, mourning, loss, and actual funeral. But this is somebody who could be physically abusive in romantic relationships. This could be somebody who, you know, chases down, you know, women, and really may even like kind of force themselves on people. You know what I'm saying? Coffin, change, and imprisonment. Now, change is a card of movement, and I took another one to see where we're moving to, because the coffin obviously speaks of the ending or the misfortune, and the card to the right of it is where we're going, and he's going to prison, basically. This could be someone who's literally going to prison, and I think if they're not already there, this can speak about changing prisons, you know, because there's something in someone's past here that they can't escape from, and it's either coming out or they just can't get away from it. So let me just take a wee bit of tarot on that to see a wee bit more for Aries. Tell me about the coffin for Aries. Tell me about the coffin for Aries. The coffin for Aries, please. 10 of Wands reversed. Got a King of Swords reversed at the base of the deck. Coffin for Aries. 3 of Wands. This is the move. High Priestess. I feel that that's, I mean, obviously someone is heavily weighed down by this, but they are hoping to change. There's a hope for change here with the 3 of Wands. This is someone who's waiting, who has got maybe a vision of the future. They maybe would like to travel, like to move, like to run. Honestly, that's what I get with the Vulture Spirit in reverse. It's someone who's probably left some sort of destruction behind them. They'd like to do one. The High Priestess in reverse, either someone who's not using their intuition, or this, I do think, is probably more about a secret coming out. Tell me about this change. Oops, not quite ready. Tell me about the change for Aries. 6 of Cups reverse. This is a thing from the past that's bad memories. It can go right back to somebody's childhood, or it can be, you know, involving a soulmate, a friend. But there's something in someone's past here and they want to move away from it. It might well be that they even need to change location because something about them is coming out that, you know, their neighbourhood, if you like, or their friend group is going to hear about here. There's some sort of like indulgence in the past here, maybe just involving like a third party, but this is someone who is, I feel, a little bit, has been very reckless. What is this change? Justice in reverse. This really could be like a criminal case and somebody's going down. 9 of Swords, 3 of Coins in reverse. Somebody's not working well with others, is not got any support around them, is not sleeping, is having, you know, insomnia. They're having nightmares, basically. Something's been done wrong in the past. Where's the imprisonment? What's imprisonment for this wealthy man? Imprisonment, please. How did that come round? 5 of Wands. Fighting. Infiltration. Somebody doing, oh my gosh. Imprisonment. Queen of Wands reversed. That could be your energy, Aries. It's fire energy. But this is someone who's fighting with the Queen of Wands. Or this is a Queen of Wands that's going down. Hard to see that when he's a Don Juan and a bully, but let's just see who she is. Show me the Queen of Wands reversed. She's telling the story. And she could be making up tales. She might not be legit. She's a destroyer and she is in reverse. This is someone who's got, you know, a real beef with this wealthy man. It might be legitimate. I'd have preferred to see her in the upright to, you know, confirm that. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. I'll check their connection in a second. Think about, tell me about the Queen of Wands reverse in the Aries reading. Oh, crikey. Flyer. Teacher. And teach somebody a lesson by telling stories on them. She can be manipulative or abusive of her students if she's in reverse. Visionary. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising her vision to make it more acceptable. Let me see what their connection is. Show me the connection between the wealthy man and the Queen of Wands. The connection between the wealthy man and the Queen of Wands. Connection between the wealthy man and the Queen of Wands. That's a card of waiting, but it's also spying. The connection between the Queen of Wands and the wealthy man, Aries. Connection between these two people. Consolation in reverse. Old women. The old women, I mean, it can be that this is an older female, okay, but it can usually speak of something from the past. I think somebody's been waiting on this coming, waiting on someone getting their comeuppance, so to speak. Tell me more about that. Why is he a bully? A Don Juan bully? Why is the wealthy man a Don Juan bully? Gosh, he might have literally lost someone here. That's a widower. Now again, that speaks of something from the past, something that happened in the past that somebody can't get over, someone who is still grieving. But it may literally have lost someone, but hard to see that with a Don Juan bully. He's got a female enemy here, and I think it's the Queen of Wands. I think she's either telling stories that are untruthful, or she's been waiting for this guy to get banged up. And now we've got despair. He's got a gun to his head here. This is the frustration, the anger, desperation. You know, I don't know if this is one of these cases where, I don't know if they've had like a sexual relationship and, you know, she's saying that it wasn't consensual. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. I don't know if that's true or not. Tell me more about Justice reverse for where this is going. I mean, it seems to be going to somebody being locked down. Faithfulness. Tell me about Justice reverse. Justice reverse. This this deck is bloody awful. We're getting one card out. Justice reverse for Aries. Surprise. Surprise. Reunion. There's another enemy under the deck. My God. There is somebody that's loyal to somebody else. There's somebody that's supportive in whatever this is that someone is dealing with here. It may be an ex. Tell me about the female foe. The female enemy in the Aries reading. Female enemy in the Aries reading. Five of Swords. Female enemy. The Moon. And the Empress. Now, the Empress obviously just speak of a feminine, but it could literally be someone's mother. Can suggest this is someone that, you know, that they're married to, or you're married to, the wife. And the Moon says it's something hidden here. It's going to be someone who has, you know, a lot of confusing thoughts, shall we say. Why the despair? Some gossip around this. There's another, not another Nine of Swords, but I saw it earlier. There's despair because things are moving really slowly and they're not moving at all here. Someone's trying to maybe recover themselves financially and they're not able to do that. They're stuck in something that's really, really pretty bloody awful. Why is she a teacher? Why is she a teacher? Other than I feel she's sort of trying to teach someone a lesson here. Teacher. Teacher for the Queen of Wands. Why is she a teacher? Why is she a teacher? She's teaching someone a lesson. I don't know if someone's messed with her. And so we've got a King of Wands here. This is the wealthy man. This is like bullying energy. Yeah. There has been some, it might even been a physical fight between them, but there's definitely mind games and somebody's got an axe to grind here. They're not, I mean, she's the Four of Pentacles. That kind of makes her maybe selfish. There may even be like a kind of grudge here. I don't know if it's legitimate or not. I think that's what I'm saying, but crikey, Aries, that doesn't sound like any of you guys, but that might be something that's going on with somebody you used to be connected with or you do know. Tell me advice for Aries for the next 7 days. Advice for Aries next 7 days. Advice for Aries next 7 days. Advice for Aries. Traveller. Travel in a new direction. I mean, someone wants to travel. I don't know if that's you, but this is what the change card is. But I mean, they're walking straight into imprisonment here. There might be like some sort of trap. But that's basically, I think this is for the person I'm reading for, and I really don't know if it's you, but this is someone who wants to move in a new direction. They're really not able to with the freedom horse in the reverse here. So someone who's trapped, fenced in. And it's because of something that went down in the past that I think is now coming to light. So that is your reading, Aries. Moving on to Leo. Again, Leo, this could be your reading or it could be switched. Tidy up a wee bit. Right, Aries, you've got, no sorry Leo, you've got the Scarab Beetle in reverse. This can sort of come through when you're like, you know, doubting your inner magic, but it's like you've run out of ideas, someone's run out of ideas in terms of how to get something done here. But it can also be that you kind of feel that your manifestations aren't coming in, you know, you've lost the confidence that they will come through, and that you'll get what you want. The stone is here in reverse, speaking of something that's very cold and it's stuck and it's weighted down. Again, could be you, someone else. And we've got the animal. There's some sort of like frustration around this. Anger, frustration that something very similar is not coming in, you know. This can be like a really wild energy. This is somebody who's, if it's a person, somebody wants to get their basic needs met, but there's a lot of pent up emotion coming through here about how stuck things are. So we've got a courtship, which can just suggest a meeting of some sort. It can be like the early stages of a relationship. The main female, which is usually the energy I'm reading for, suggests that you are significant in someone's life. And then we've got the thief, and we've got the false person. So this is saying that there's something being taken from you, or something that someone is trying to take someone from you. Yeah, maybe someone. So you might be like, you know, there's a false person here, there's a lie basically. And usually what's taken is from the main female and it's given to the false person. That's how Kipper works in terms of cause and effect. The thief is taken from the main female in a relationship, or that he's in a relationship with, or during a meeting or a get-together of some sort. It can be any sort of group situation as well. And he's given it to a false person here. Tell me more about the animal for Leo. Tell me more about the animal for Leo. 10 of Cups reverse. So it could be a family situation. It could be a divorce. There's unsettled energy on the home front here. Animal for Leo. Emperor. So it's probably a masculine energy. It could be your father, grandfather, your own partner. But it can also speak of business. Could be a boss. Could be a company, big organization. There's something stuck here. Somebody's weighted down. It might be, you know, trying to get, you know, a marriage or a divorce or an annulment. Tell me about the courtship for Leo. Courtship. That's where the anger's coming from. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Aggressive, passive aggressive. He's animalistic. There's like an internal rage here. I don't know if it's directed at the main female, I don't know. Main female. Show me the main female for Leo. She's a 9 of Coins, the Devil, and the Moon. So this is someone who's, you know, doing okay with the 9 of Pentacles. This is someone who's, you know, probably, you know, going solo. Maybe that's why somebody's annoyed here. But with the Devil and the Moon here, this somebody could have, you know, a lot of secrets. There's something hidden here, and what's hidden is the Devil. What's hidden is the Devil. Someone could be, you know, obsessive, codependent, dealing with some bad habits or addictions. Show me the Devil for my main female. The Devil. That would speak of codependency. The Moon. Old women and money. So there's money from the past, or there's money involving an older woman. As much as the main female is the 9 of Pentacles, which is a super card, underneath it all, it feels like there is almost like an obsessive waiting for someone. There's loyalty here, and I'm not sure if it's misplaced or not. Tell me about the thief. It's a Magician in reverse. He is a thief. He is a trickster. He's all smoke and mirrors. Could be a Virgo or a Gemini. It's been stolen, or attempted to be stolen. 8 of Cups and the Hierophant. What's stolen is somebody's commitment to someone. This is literally like Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. What's been stolen is that somebody's walked away from a commitment or a promise here. And as much, I mean, you could be the main female that's been walked away from. But underneath it all, there is like an obsessive waiting. That's not on show, that's what's hidden. Someone can be very like emotionally disturbed during this period. Tell me about the false person. Ten of Swords. False person. False person. Oopsie. The Hermit. I was going to say it's coming out. Gosh, those colours are all very similar. So there's a truth here. That, you know, somebody's been betrayed. I don't know if they don't know that yet. The Hermit is showing a light on it here. This is somebody who has retreated, who maybe have ghosted someone, maybe not have explained why they're leaving, left someone stuck, waiting, hopeful. And literally, it's someone is like stolen somebody's partner. Take your advice, Leo. Please don't take them just because you can. Leo. Advice for Leo. Advice for Leo. And as I say, somebody's kind of running out of ideas here. Leo's advice. The Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Now that suggests that there's some negative energy being put in your direction, Leo. Arrow. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments and that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides and ancestors to bring you protection. Arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many native people would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. When an arrow appears in meditation or dreams or an oracle reading, it's a sign you need to protect yourself and what is important to you, because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could be lower in vibration, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. Now that's basically what's hidden here. What's hidden is these lower vibrational energies. The Devil. The Devil and the Magician. It can be like, you know, sort of dark magic or something like that, but tell me about the Devil. This may or may not help. The Devil in the Leo reading. This is Devil energy. And it can just be like, you know, obsessively waiting for someone. Power. Oopsie. Sorry. Power and pain. That's what the Devil represents. It could be someone who, you know, enjoys inflicting pain on people. Gets a kick out of it. Gets a kick out of taking people for a ride and stealing from them. Or, you know, it could be someone who's like a homewrecker. And they do it just because they can. Oh, this is fun. Sagittarius. Now, I'm hoping this is a wee bit better because we have got the line upright. It's a really good card. It's hopefully a better reading than the ones you've had recently. This is a healthy ego. This is healthy pride. It's very secure. It's very generous. Feeling usually pretty contented. Being very grateful for what you have. And maybe what you're grateful for is the dead end and the threshold. There is something ending here. This is like the hand goes up. You can't go any further forward here, and the threshold is in reverse. That's like a closed door. That's not stepping over. There are barriers here, but they may be good ones, you know. So let's have a look for Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius this next 7 days. Why do we have the door closed? Isn't it interesting? It's like literally door closed and then you actually get the door. Something to do with the door being closed for Sagittarius. And it's something you might be grateful for. So this might be like, you know, rejection is God's protection sort of reading. Oopsie. Sagittarius. Closed door. What's closed door about for Sag the next 7 days that they are going to be grateful for? To do with work, movement, might be a relocation. Somebody's maybe doing a lot of commuting this week. Closed door. Journey, it's good. We love high honours. This is like something that's really respectable. This journey, this travelling, this movement. The house is at the base of the deck here, so it could involve property, but we do have occupation. I want to know more about what's the door closed is. It might be like as one door closes, another window opens sort of thing. Tell me about the closed door for Sag. What is this closed door from dead end for Sag? The final chapter of something. Four of Wands reverse, Emperor reverse, Page of Cups reverse. So it could be a marriage with the Four of Wands reverse, but that can also speak to me usually about actual property. Knight of Wands is my property moving card as well. So there might be something doing on the house front here. Property, relocation. There's an expectation of that. So it might be that you didn't get the house that you wanted, for example, that you know, something you've been putting effort into, but actually that's going to be really positive. You're going to ultimately be grateful at some point for whatever this represents. The Emperor being in reverse can be, you know, someone who's very controlling, very dominant. It can be like, you know, a bad boss, a father that's, or your own partner. But it can just be like, you know, there's a divorce for someone here. He's a vampire. We don't want to deal with him. This is someone who depletes others. He's very codependent. Relies on others for their survival. So somebody's shutting the door to that. He's an alchemist. Misuse of power and knowledge. Sometimes it comes through spiritual practice here. Whoever that is, Sag, I was going to say Aries because it's the Emperor. There might be an attempt to like reopen the door here with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups can be an apology. Can be something new on the love front. It is love. I think this is possibly an apology, but I can't. It's not happening. It's coming from someone who's very haughty. It's very arrogant, very entitled. There's death here, which is an ending to joyfulness. So there's a connection here that is done and dusted. Okay. But what we have here is that something's coming in. There's a message that may be to do with someone's work that's going to involve a relocation. There's some sort of like pat in the back here with high honour. Tell me about the message. First deck, please, Sagittarius. Calling the fairies. Message and occupation for Sagittarius. Message and occupation. That's a communication. Right, so I've got the feline here. That can speak of like something that's not completed properly. There's loose ends here. You might be waiting on something to be able to wrap something up, but it's also very critical energy. So there's like critical accommodation. Could be accommodation. Critical conversation here that involves probably this Emperor in reverse. That is he of the fiery sword in reverse. Now when he's in reverse, this can be a lack of illumination. This can be a lie. It just represents masculine energy. Also represents justice. I'm just really getting that somebody's going to be grateful. Occupation. So the occupation is flat the footer. This is get your feet on solid ground. This is get knuckling down and working on, you know, maybe moving forward here. Courage is in reverse. There's a lack of courage here. Journey. Sag. High honour. Initiation. Rar. High honour. Sagittarius. Adventure, and there's Sari. Okay. So there's someone here that is very reliant on you. And it might be a case of, you know, you only know what you've got and when it's gone, because this is someone who needs healing. It might even be traveling for some sort of healing or traveling to the doctors here. But I'm really getting this feeling here that this kind of sickly, accusatory, masculine energy over here that's coming in with a message is someone who needs your help. I don't know what you'll do with that, whether you will take that. I mean, there does seem to be like some sort of passage through trial here, but this is also about adventure, and it's an adventure that's kind of fortunate and lucky. When Sari comes in here, she is about, you know, last minute rescues and helpful gifts. She's a helping hand in terms of moving forward, but what you might be moving forward from is the Ra in reverse. Wild energy, fettered energy, arrogant, haughty energy. I think you've been told to move in a new direction, similar to the last one, but I just feel that there's like kind of tentacles coming out here from the past. Advice for Sag. Advice for Sag. Right, so autumn, release the old and rest, and we're there already. Got the hunter there, and we've got the spirit fox. So there is change coming when the spirit fox comes through. Stay alert, because change is in the air. The spirit fox features my favourite animal of all, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Da, da, da. Fox offers the medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing. Although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all you need to survive. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this may leave you on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answer to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine. So I really just feel that you're letting something go here, and if you haven't, you will be very shortly. And there's just like this Emperor in reverse from the past is kind of trying to draw you back in. The movement, the journey here is what is honourable, you know. That's how you get your 25 guns salute. That's how you get recognised in a positive light, by moving away from this energy. Okay, that's your reading, guys. I'll talk to you Sunday. Bye.